Hey guys, it's Connor, and today we're going to look at what I found to be the best way to sharpen your footage in Adobe Premiere Pro. Before we get into it, it's really worth mentioning that sharpening is not mandatory on your footage. If you've really nailed your focus, you shouldn't have to do any sharpening in post whatsoever to get a really clean and sharp image all across the frame. I'll be doing a video on how to nail your focus every single time, no matter what camera you're using, but for now, let's jump into the computer. Once you open up Adobe Premiere and have your footage in the timeline, head over to the Effects panel. If you can't find it here, go up to the Window tab and select Workspaces and Editing to get the same layout as the one I'm using here. Once you locate your Effects panel, we're going to search for the Unsharp mask. The name is a little bit misleading, but I promise it's really effective. Let's drag this onto our footage. If you go up to the effects on our clip, you can see that the Unsharp mask actually gives us 3 different parameters to work with. This added flexibility is the reason why the Unsharp mask is the absolute best way to sharpen our footage. Amount controls the overall intensity of the sharpening effect that we're using, so let's start by cranking that up all the way just so we can get a clear idea of exactly what it's doing. As you can see, this has really messed with our footage and added these strong sort of halo effects to our subjects. This is where the radius control comes in. If we dial this back, we can see how that negative haloing effect is reduced. What we're doing is we're adjusting the thickness of the lines that are being sharpened, and by making them smaller, we're creating a lot more of a natural effect. And lastly, we have the threshold control. This tells Premiere what parts of the image we want sharpened and which ones we don't want sharpened. It might seem like a useless control for anyone who wants to get super sharp images across the whole frame, but the problem with sharpening is that it can also bring out noise and grain that comes from using high ISOs and things like that. If you click and drag the numbers, you're only going to have the options for 0 or 1. So to get the full flexibility of the threshold control, we need to click the little arrow to the left here. Here we can click and drag until we're happy with the results. You can see my subject is being sharpened, but when I turn the mask off, my noisy areas look more or less the same as before, meaning they're not being sharpened and amplifying that noise excessively. Now that our radius and threshold controls are dialed in perfectly, we can then drop our amount back down. We want the sharpening to be subtle enough that we aren't distorting our image or making it look unnatural, and that's precisely the look that we've achieved here. Here's the before and after. So that's all there is to it. I love the Unsharp mask because it gives me all the sharpness I need while still being able to dial out all of those negative side effects. If this video helped you out, leave a like, a comment, and subscribe to my channel for more videos like this in the future. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.